All right, welcome to another edition of From the Bottom Up. This time around, we are going with Foreigner-4, as you can see in my background there. And yeah, this was a monster album for this band at the time. Came out on July the 3rd, 1981, and came out on Atlantic Records. It reached number one, and it was 6 times platinum since that point. Produced by Mick Jones and Robert John Mutt Lang. They took this album initially known as Silent Partners until settling on the name Four to coincide with the band's fourth album, as well as they were now down to four members. So we're going to break this one down real quick for you here. Number 10, we've got I'm Gonna Win, which is the longest song on the album, clocking in at a mere 4:51. And yeah, this one just a little too long in the tooth for me. I never really got into this song. A lot of these songs on side two kind of just hide on here. They never really got any airplay, although there's a few deep tracks here we'll discuss here. But number 10, it's okay. Let's go down to number 9, Girl on the Moon. This song has a very haunting quality to it. Great guitar work, some good vocals by Lou Gramm. But once again, it just fails to kind of strike the nerve for me. But I do have it at number 9. Number 8, I've got Don't Let Go. Another okay song that just seems like it just was not completely finished, almost like as if it was a demo. Um, yeah, I mean, it's a weird how this album, from number 7 on down, we're talking, some really good stuff here. But a few clunkers here along the way. And that's what we have number 8, Don't Let Go. Number 7, Woman in Black. Well, this is considered one of the band's underrated songs. Some great guitar work stands out on this one, and of course, Lou Gramm's vocals. But yeah, this one they actually redid. They did it in concert a few times for a few special shows. So this is definitely one that Mick Jones definitely likes for sure. So we've got Woman in Black, which is at number 7. That's going to take us down to number 6, which is Waiting for a Girl Like You. This is a unique song here because it peaked at number 2. And, you know, the keyboards introduction in there and the way the keyboards play throughout the song, it kind of helps set the tone for I Want to Know What Love Is. It kind of is like a precursor to that song. Another thing about Waiting for a Girl Like You is it received some distinction here on the charts because it spent a record-setting 10 weeks stuck in at the number 2 position on the Billboard 100 charts, and it never did make the top. Um, Weird, but it was held off the top spot by Physical by Olivia Newton-John for 9 consecutive weeks, and on that 10th week, would you know it? The Hall and Oates, Daryl Hall, John Oates came up with I Can't Go For That, No Can Do to keep them at number 2 for a 10th consecutive week. The irony of it all. All right, so number 5, we are going with none other than Urgent, which was the first single released from the album, peaking at number 4, and features the iconic sax solo by Junior Walker. Also, Mark Rivera plays sax on this song as well. And, it's got that cool, great guitar riff by Mick Jones that starts off the song, and it just takes off from there. This is definitely one of the band's biggest songs of their career. And you ask why I got it at number 5? I just like the ones above it better. That's all. No other reason. I like Urgent, believe me. Number 4, we've got the fifth single, which peaked at number 75, and we are talking about Luann, which is basically the pure rocker on the album. Just a bone-crunching guitar work and some all-out vocals by Lou Gramm. Great drumming by Dennis Elliott. Just a solid song there that figured it would have fared a lot better, than what it did. But it takes you back to the early days of Foreigner. Definitely a nice song there for sure. Gonna go down to number three, and that is none other than Nightlife, which is the opening track from the album. Received a lot of airplay in our area, at least on 97 Rock in Buffalo. That was one of the big songs, and they kind of resurrected the song maybe about 10 years ago. They did a couple special shows by bringing that song back, but they don't play it a lot. And that's, one of the gripes with the Foreigner set list nowadays is even now that Mick hasn't really toured with them in a long period of time, the set list has become very stale and mundane because they're playing the same old songs when they could be mixing in great songs like some of these ones that we're mentioning right now. All right, let's go down to number two. And we've got none other than Jukebox Hero, which is a rock and roll standard on all classic rock stations. The band still plays it constantly in every show. It's just that great lyrics, the great song, and it's been listed by many as the top Foreigner song, bar none. But as you can see, we don't agree with that comment here. I'm just surprised it was the third single released and it only peaked at number 26. As often as I heard it on the radio, you would have thought for sure it was a top 10. So I was kind of surprised by that. It definitely deserved to be better than number 26, that's for sure. And number one, what we have on this album is Break It Up, the fourth single that also peaked at number 26. We must have a theme going here. But this song, what a great arrangement. I just love everything on this song. Lou's vocals, the keyboards, just everything on here. The guitar. This is just a standout track. And it's one that the radio never really wore out, at least. And you don't hear it too often. But man, this is one of those great songs that has gotten better over time, I feel, because it's something you don't hear every day, and it's just a great song. So that's what I got for mine. Number one. We're going to quickly run this down for you here. Foreigner-4 from the bottom up. Number 10, I'm Gonna Win. Number 9, Girl on the Moon. Number 8, Don't Let Go. Number 7, Woman in Black. 6, we've got Waiting for a Girl Like You. 5, Urgent. 4, Luann. 3, Nightlife. 2, Jukebox Hero. And number 1, Break It Up. And that concludes this episode of From the Bottom Up. We'll see you on the flip side.